And here we go, guys, our Terran versus Zerg, and starting to the top left of our first map in this best of 3, we have the Terran player for the MVP team. In the red it is
MVPsC.
Terran player in his blue jersey, and he is up against the Zerg player, of course. Starting at the bottom right in blue, Casper's 8th team player, it is
Ace Team JD.
And we just got a pretty interesting tweet that is actually like so true. There is a reason why he's not using the ID Jaedong.
It violates the terms of use.
Exactly. His nickname, especially the second part of the nickname, violates the terms of use.
I find that a bit weird, actually. You know, that's just a name. Starcraft to take the crown, JD.
Oh, there's actually a lot that you are not even able to write in chat, because there's a German word. If you have a German Starcraft version and you want to type, and you type the word weniger, which means less,
yeah,
you can't type that. It immediately gets censored.
It's funny because I remember when I first played the beta on my very first day, getting into the beta, I was so excited. Someone said, I want to be the winner, but he accidentally spelled it W-I-N-E-R, and it was censored, and I was like, what is he trying to say? And I asked him again, and he said, I want to be the winner, and I was just like, that's not even close to wiener, and even if it were wiener, really? Really?
Yeah, some of the decisions that Blizzard made with this were a bit weird.
It's almost as if it's comical, like... They thought it was really funny that they censored that, so it confused some people.
Yeah, as I said, weniger is like a really German word that you will use all the time when you write. And you can't write it because it gets censored and everybody's like, oh, what are you trying to say? What's going on? And you're like, well, you know.
That's so weird, actually. Like, I can't even...
So, but that also shows that it's apparently not language specific what you type.
Yeah.
So, well... But anyways, as it is currently, we have for SC, who started to the top left, of course, the barracks into expand, and for Jaedong, a standard opening as well. He's currently getting his double queen, started with a hatch before pool here.
And SC adamantly blocks out the Overlord with his Marine, and a second barracks falls down for SC. Not going to be getting that super fast double gas follow-up.
Yeah, exactly. We won't see the super fast Hellions that we sometimes see out of Terran these days. If you start with a double gas, you have the factory, of course, this much faster. Jaedong, on the other hand, currently not taking gas, so we'll probably see Queen number 3 and number 4 if he doesn't throw down an extractor very early.
And in SC style, man, he's going up to 4 barracks here.
Yeah, he's going straight for 4 barracks, and this already indicates a lot of Marine pressure, which is a style that Terrans are getting more comfortable with, because nowadays it's just not that much of a benefit anymore to have these many Hellions on the map. And look at this, he's actually going to 5.
Yeah, this is actually... I mean, it's borderline all-in, really, what he's doing right now. There's hardly a fallback if Jaedong holds us with no damage, but if he doesn't scout this, there will be damage.
Against Marines, what you want to have is usually speed. With speed, you can chase down Marines, you can make sure that they can't kite this well, and you want to have a decent creep spread. The creep spread is something that Jaedong is working on right now as we speak, but the problem is definitely that at this point in time, he doesn't even have a single extractor. Here we go with triple extractor immediately. He has 4 queens to defend, no spying crawler, so now he really depends on his scouting information.
Yeah, and you know, the Lings are chasing the SCB off, but the Overlord that's towards the north is not going to be able to get into the main, and the one to the left side is so late, it's not going to have a chance. He's even positioned Marines around his base.
But look what we have for Jaedong now. He's basically using the same style that he used in the Ohana game against Alive. He's going for a Roach Warren again.
Yeah.
He really likes these Roach Warrens, and this is something that we see with Casper players transitioning from Brood War into Starcraft 2. They just have a different approach to the game sometimes. These days, when a Terran faces a Zerg player, we usually don't see this many Roaches unless there is really a huge number of Hellions or mech play for the Terran involved. But Jaedong really feels like Roaches are the answer, and, well, they might actually be in this case.
Yeah, it's going to be really helpful. Roaches against unupgraded Marines can be quite good if you have enough of them out on the map. And with the Roaches, oftentimes you can spot the Marines. Speed is on the way as well right now for Jaedong. Third hatchery, too. He's not going to be hitting this heavily off of 2 base. And the Marine train is coming with SCVs.
Exactly, they're moving out right now. When is Jaedong gonna spot it? Probably very, very late. Another watchtower is being He's being freed of the units that Jaedong has positioned
That
over there.
Baneling Nest is going to be really useful, but it's not going to be up in time.
Now it's going to be too late, and Speed is only halfway done. He needs more units, and now he sees what's coming. But he has a few roaches already. This could go either way.
It really could. He needs the SCVs to tank damage before he can actually fight here. He's going to lose a Marine right away. Nice targeting by Jaedong, but here come the rest of the Marines. He's got to pull back for a little while. He needs those Lings to pop out.
But he's fine here. Speed will finish in time, and at the same time, we have now a lot of Zerglings on the map. We have the Roaches, we have Spine Crawlers.
SC knows what's up.
Yeah, SC knows exactly what's going on, and he realized that there were Roaches, he realized there were already a few Zerglings, and he's immediately pulling back, realizes he has no chance whatsoever, and tries to fall back into a macro game.
Jaedong is the only Zerg in Starcraft history to make an SCV train turn around. I don't think that's ever happened before.
38 Harvesters against 32, and Jaedong is now getting really aggressive here.
Yeah.
19 Banelings, and
He's
there
like-
are only Marines.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, I've built the perfect composition here. I'm going to kill you. Lings run up to check a little bit. There's so many Banelings, 19 of them, and the split is good. He needs to get a few units into that bunker.
Very well done by SC here. A great split, but he might be out of luck nonetheless. The bunker is about to die, and the Roach is still doing damage. A few
more
Banelings
Banelings
trying to come in here. Nice targeting.
Wow. And he holds.
Wow, SC with really nice micro.
Well, the worker count still in Jaedong's favor, and he's got the third hatchery up. And SC now needs to make a third command center, and he does.
JD was a little bit lucky with his tactic, with his opening of choice. He wanted to go for this Roach Baneling attack, and this was the perfect counter to what SC was doing with his 5 barracks opening. But the micro of SC is really something else in this game.
Yeah, and he's actually going to have to do a little bit more of that same micro to be able to hold here. The bunker is going to finish, but, I mean, there's just so many units here. I think SC's just going to die.
I think so too. He lost way too many Marines already. The SCV that built the bunker is also dead. He pulls a few SCVs trying to repair here. It's way too much. Just look at this army of Jaedong. He's at 80 supply against 38.
Yeah. He made drones at home, so he's getting lair tech. He's going for the transition, but the damage has already been done. And SC is still freaking out because he could die at any moment to reinforcements he doesn't know about.
Jaedong is looking so strong right now. A really great position for him to be in. He is taking to lair. He has 3 bases. He's still pressuring the Terran player. MVPsC is certainly in trouble.
That was a scary Baneling. It did not go off. 14 drones in production. 6 active tumors right now. Jaedong is hitting Jaedong mode right now with his upgrade's already halfway done. SC doesn't have an engineering bay. SC's got a 3rd orbital morphing right now, but he's got no factory tech, he's got no medevacs, he doesn't have STEM. His first tech lab is finishing right now, he's going to start it.
Yeah, there's nothing. He's so late with every single upgrade that he has. And
His
look at
gas,
Jaedong.
he's got like no gas.
Jaedong, he really tried to pull this off as kind of an all-in, tried to hit his opponent hard, and it could have worked, but Jaedong just with the perfect opening in order to counter it. Now we have the Zerg player with a Spire attack. He's getting speed for his Banelings, +1/+1, Burrow. He spreads his creep like a madman. SC has such a tough road ahead of him, and it might actually be impossible for him to come back into this game, but he's definitely going to try.
He's going to try it. He's going to need some crucial engagements. He's not going to be able to deny the creep. That's one thing that's really huge with someone of the mechanic level that Jaedong is right now. Moving creep across the map that fast, when you don't have any units on the map, it's not going to be a pretty sight. The creep is already passing the 2nd watchtower.
Jaedong turned on the boss mode and is now in just such a splendid position. He's getting additional Zerglings. He has just now the opportunity to get as many units as he wants because he's already at 83 Harvesters. So army is the only thing that he's going to build. And with this overload positioning that he has, he is aware of the 3rd base being built already. We don't have too many overloads to the left side, though. This is a bit of an oversight as he really needs them to see if there's some drop play coming his way. That's, of course, couple of minutes later in the game.
Jaedong, I think, is going to burrow these 2 links he's made at the right side in the mineral line and then detonate when the SCVs come in. His burrow is about to finish. He just made 2 Banelings specifically. He could just run them in. That's also a possibility. And it looks like he's not going to burrow them. Yeah. He's getting drop, or rather Overlord speed, and +1 for his mutas, and the Marines are coming to check here.
Marines are coming to check, and now the Zerglings have been spotted. Maybe he is able to borrow the Banelings in time. But no, he isn't. They are targeted down. Take down a few Marines though. And we have double expansion for Jaedong. So 3 bases are not enough. He's basically just saying, what does the world cost? And builds base number 4 and number 5.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 13 active tumors right now. Jaedong is suddenly going to try to click to build a 2 Marines and say you cannot build where your opponent has a barracks on the ground. And he's going to have to say, well, I guess I can't spread anymore. He may bring an Overlord and spread into the main base of SC at this point with how much he's got on the map. 50 Lings on the way. He's got his economy set up. Now is the time for pressure.
The upgrade advantage is already in his favor, of course, with a +1/+1 being done, +2/+2 on its way. And he's now just finding an opening for his Mutalisk at the 3rd base, taking down the mules that have just been called down.
Right now, SC is playing with one arm tied behind his back, basically. He's had a huge disadvantage as soon as the attack hit for Jaedong. You know, we talked about it before. It was a little bit lucky, the composition he chose, but he capitalized on it. And now SC is just behind. Jaedong is not going to allow him to catch up. He's going for Overlords to the left side. No drop play, though. It looks like he just wants to continue to spread his creep, potentially.
But he's exactly doing what I said earlier. He positions the Overlord now to the left side of the map, and this is great. I really love it. He knew earlier, well, there can't be any drop play because at this point you don't have medivacs, but now I need them. And here comes the attack.
Oh, there's so many Banelings here. A few bunkers are set up, but even the Mutas don't have to run. They can fight straight up against the Marines because there's so many Banelings here.
He's going straight in. The Mutalisk take down Marine after Marine. Their 3rd base blows up as the Banelings detonate.
And he's not done yet. He keeps sending units in. The Mutas take out the turret. SC now with half the supply of Jaedong. The rest of his Marines starting to fall here. The Mutas are going to clean up. GG!